Hey, everybody, we are live and welcome to another edition of Skip Happens. And I'm joined by, get this, Bizz Bigsby.
I
Say
know.
that when you've had a few. All right.
Yes,
He's an
yeah, three
incredible,
times.
he's an incredible artist. He's got a journey that is nothing short of inspiring, from childhood marked by hardship to sharing stages with some music legends. We're going to talk about that. Biz has turned pain into powerful storytelling. And I cannot wait to hear about this. Blending the soul, North Nashville, and with country and blues. And he created a sound that he calls Urban Americana. I love that. His music is raw, it's honest, it's full of hope. And today we're diving right into his story. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see him like I can see him. It's Bizz Bigsby. Do you know I'm going to mess that name up before we're done here tonight?
Man, trust me, Skip. I've been called worse.
I'm
Trust me.
do that like, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Buzz Big Bees
Right. Here's Big Bagby.
Here's Big Bagby. Yeah,
I might do an
that's me.
album called it just Big Bagby.
Dude, you
Yeah.
should. That's awesome. How
Yeah,
are you,
yeah.
my friend? It's so good
I'm
to
well.
see you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me. It is an honor to be here.
Well, you know,
It
it's
really
called
is.
Skip Happens, so that's
And it does.
and it does. And we've been
It's
chatting
happening.
we've been chatting a little bit before you went on with the lights and the camera, and you know, just the energy that you have and all that. You know, I mean, both you and I, we're no spring chickens, so I'm just
No.
saying, you know,
No.
but
I'm not even a fall chicken. No, I'm more like a winter chicken.
you know, I got to say, when I first came on, before we get into everything about you, I said, "How are you? It's nice to meet you." You go, "Well, I got up this morning, so things are good." You know, yeah, all right. That's how we look at it
Nothing
now.
that a 20-year-old would say. You know?
No, exactly, not exactly right. They're probably just going to bed when we're getting up. So
Exactly. Yeah,
exactly. But Biz, welcome to the podcast. Skip Happens. For those that might be discovering your music for the first time, how do you usually describe your sound and what you do?
Well, I know one thing. There are only two kinds of music that's ever been made, and that's good and bad. So I just try to do good stuff. I don't
Mhm.
really know the genre. That's not really my job. I just try to write good music. I grew up listening to everything from George Jones to Parliament Funkadelic. Like
Oh my
so
God, I love that.
that and everything in the middle.
Little
Um,
George Clinton.
Little Clinton up man. We want the funk. Yeah, get up off the yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just here at our we're in Syracuse, so I'm in upstate New York, but we had
Right.
the New York State Fair. It runs up until Labor Day, and it was
Right.
one of George Clinton was here for that.
Man,
And
I tell my son all
dude,
the time. Like I feel sorry for you. He's 24 and he's never seen live show. Like, he's never seen I saw the mothership land, like when it really landed. I saw Earth, Wind and Fire like
yes.
live when the drones were going upside down.
Oh my
He's
God.
never seen and I feel, he has no clue.
Was that like with Maurice White and
Yes.
that whole?
Man.
Oh my
The
God.
and actually, George Clinton and Earth, Wind and Fire were the same time. They were in the 70s, early
Mhm,
80s.
mhm. Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Earth, Wind and Fire was like clean, wholesome, and George Clinton was the total opposite. So we would go to both and kind of just,
Oh my God.
balance
God.
it. We're going to George Clinton this month. I've actually had the pleasure of being in his company.
No
2 or 3
way,
times.
dude.
And
Tell me about
he's
that.
He's just a good dude, man.
Yeah.
He got out of a cab one day at 328 Performance Hall when they were playing, and we just happened to be standing on the corner passing a doobie.
Mhm.
This is in the 70s.
No, it's all right.
And,
Well, we do it
and
now,
we-
and it's legal. So hey,
Yeah, right. You don't have to run anymore. Um, this is not live. We can cut this all out. Actually, this
it is live, but
never mind.
never mind. Let's take that out. But,
So we had to talking. So every time he would come, we talked. Every time, and they would come every 7-8 months.
that is so cool.
It was really really cool. Good people, fun people.
Immediately, you're just, you're like, you're talking about George Clinton, or I was, and you're talking about Parliament and all that. It's like, dude, I listened to all that stuff. I was doing radio in the 70s. So,
Oh yeah, you got it.
I mean, been
Yeah.
there, done that. And
Yes.
it's just, now it's like, even though I'm in the country format itself with the radio station here in town, but still, I go back to those days and I can crank Earth, Wind, and Fire or Parliament or, it's all those bands that were coming out of the 70s that you and I and probably everybody else was like, doing bad things, if you know what I mean.
Yes,
So,
bad things with good intentions.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
exactly,
that's a
exactly. So,
song. That's a song.
yeah, all right.
Mhm.
Biz, where are you right now? You're in Nashville, right?
Yeah, I am at I'm in an apartment overlooking the Cumberland River that runs right through the heart of Nashville. I am right in the bend. There's
Do you see the
a
General
eagle's nest
Jackson?
right below me. It
Yeah.
doesn't come this far out. It only
Oh,
goes.
okay.
It only goes. It's a tourist attraction. It only goes
Right.
back and forth where you can see the city. I'm out in the good part. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
that
out.
day.
But there, I have an eagle's nest right below me,
How
and I get
cool.
to go out on my balcony and sit and get really really close with nature and the
That is
universe.
awesome,
It's a
dude.
really cool spot.
Yeah, I
I use
yes.
this for writing, and
Oh my
it's
God.
really cool.
It's got to be perfect for that. I was asking about the General Jackson because for years I've been going to the country radio seminar. And
Hmm.
way back in the day, a couple of one of the big labels in Nashville would charter the General
Yes.
Jackson. And they would put, I think it was RCA or Sony or one of those, and they would
Hmm.
put all their artists on this boat, bring all the radio people on board,
Right.
and we
Wow.
would go down the river. That's why you know,
That's fun. No, you will never. Those are see. That's what makes Nashville different and special. And we've lost that.
mm,
Um, and we've gained a lot, but we've lost a lot. The
it's
trade off, I don't know if it's really good for the city. Well,
it's
I know it's
funny.
good for the bottom line, but not for the city.
I love Nashville and I love the people that are there. Now I'm meeting you, and hopefully someday I'll meet you out there as well. But it's when I was going there, about 20, 25 years ago when I started going there for this country radio seminar thing, um, it was completely different.
Oh yeah,
Now we go, it's like, I'm not leaving the hotel.
right.
It's like,
And
I
I'm
could
not.
walk
Yeah,
down,
yeah,
I could go down on
yeah,
Broadway. And it's like, no, I'm too
yeah.
damn old for that. I'm not going
No,
to do that.
right. No, yeah.
But
And
no,
I
it's
don't know if
cool.
it's Broadway. I don't know if Broadway's changed or if we're just getting older. I think it's both.
I think
To
it's a
be honest,
combination.
I think it's a combination.
Mhm.
I think nowadays everything is driven by money, and
Mm.
so you would be surprised, and you wouldn't be surprised how much money is made in Nashville from Fifth and Broad to First and Broad. That's
Oh my
4 blocks.
gosh. Yeah,
That's
it's crazy.
millions a
That's
day
crazy.
in
That's
4 blocks.
crazy.
So that's what drives it now. You
That's
know,
crazy.
it does.
Well, Nashville's known for the music, and you're a part of that, Biz. You're a part of what they're doing there and what you're doing. You said music has been a lifeline for you. Can you take us back to the earliest memory where music really became that source of strength for you?
For me,
Yeah.
4 years old.
Wow.
I don't remember a lot about being four, like most people don't.
I got to
But
go back 64 years.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
right. Like, let me see. I can
dude.
remember five, but I can't remember four.
No.
But no, you can remember four. No, there's a reason why my grandmother and great aunts, they were all sisters. They raised me.
Hmm.
And so it was a Friday night. I was 4 years old, and TV was on, and they let me stay up late. It was 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And I saw this show, and they had everybody looked like they were dancing, having a good time. And all of a sudden, this guy comes on, and my grandmother says, "That's your dad." And I'm like, "Really? That's your dad right there." And
Well,
so I watched him do, I don't even know what song he was
well,
doing at the time, but he had the processed hair with
mhm,
the
mhm,
go-go girls in the
mhm.
back and the band. He's doing splits. I'm like, that looks like that's fun. I want to do that. And I pretty much, Skip, have been chasing that my entire life.
So, I mean, you touched on it a little bit because you are the son of. Go ahead, tell everybody.
Well, his name is Jimmy Church, and
Right.
he was on a show called Night Train, which
Hmm.
was the first R&B show in the
Hmm.
history of the world to ever
Hmm.
do live music on TV, R&B music
Love it.
ever. It was before Soul Train. Actually, Soul Train pretty much took the entire framework that Night Train had, took it to Chicago, and the rest is history. But they were doing this. I think my dad was like 19, 20 years old.
Wow.
Well, when I saw him, he was 20. When I saw that night, he was 24. Um, and they did it at WLAC Studios, and it would be
Wow.
them and I mean, Little Richard and Sam and Dave and Sam Cooke and Otis Redding
Aretha
and all
Franklin.
these characters. Aretha Franklin, Island
Yeah.
Boy Sam,
Yeah.
all of these people, man, would
So,
be on this show.
yeah. So, Biz,
And
what was it like growing up with that kind of legacy? I mean, and how did
you
it
didn't know it.
influence your own path? I mean, so you
You didn't
didn't really
know.
know
Like, you
your
didn't.
dad?
No, I knew my dad. I just didn't know the legacy he was doing. He was just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I didn't know what was going on when it was happening. My
Dude.
father was, he lived like any touring artist lived in the 60s, especially if
Mhm.
you're African American. You were out there. That's how you
Yeah.
made your money. That's what you did.
Yeah.
And so I can remember the same thing that brought me so much pride, to be perfectly honest. The same thing that brought me so much pride and joy also made me feel very insecure and made me feel very small because my
Mhm.
parents were not there.
Mhm.
So when you're a kid
Mhm.
and everybody loves your dad, and your dad is like the belle of the ball in the city,
Mhm.
but he doesn't spend any time with you,
It's hard.
you as a kid, you think something's wrong with you. It
Right.
can't be them because
Did
you
you
don't even
feel
have.
lost?
I felt like I remember watching. I remember watching uh, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Okay.
and he went to the land of misfit toys, and I can
Yes.
remember saying to myself, "That's where I'm from. I'm from there." That's I felt a
Wow.
kindred spirit with
Wow.
that land. Now,
Mhm.
um, like I said, I'm very proud, and my father and I are very close
Okay.
now. My dad and I are very close,
And your
but
dad's
like
gotta be up there, though. I mean,
he's 86,
oh, God
but
bless him.
my dad still plays music, man. My dad opened up for the Commodores last summer.
Come on.
I kid you not.
No.
I kid you not, man. And he
Dude,
killed it. He's 80s. He was 85 then. He freaking killed it.
you
He
were there for
he
that.
no, I was actually at a show. I had a show.
Okay,
I missed
okay.
it.
But how
But
awesome is that?
oh man,
You
it blew my mind. And because he tells me all of these stories of Motown
Mhm.
and him and Barry Gordy
He had
and
to be going through that time where it was tough, being a black artist and all that
yeah,
going on.
it was.
Everything was just it was
Well, it was
terrible.
segregated.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Damn. Damn.
You're trying to figure it out. And he had left Nashville at the time and
Mhm,
moved to LA. Actually, when I was born, he was in LA with Little Richard. Him and Richard had been friends. When Richard died, they've been friends since Pop was 20.
Oh my gosh.
So they were in LA, and then Pop was working with her. He was out there with Marvin Gaye and all of these cats, man, and
Holy.
Wilson Pickett and Nancy Wilson and Sam Cooke. And the same thing he said, the thing he would tell me about Sam Cooke was that everybody else would be around, and everybody was everybody until Sam Cooke walked in the room. And then everybody just gave it up for Sam.
Wow.
He had
Now,
that thing.
he had the record label or no, was he in Memphis? What am I thinking?
Sam Cooke?
Yeah.
Um,
No, maybe I'm wrong.
no.
No, no.
You
You
thinking
know
Al
what? I'm
Green,
thinking his
maybe?
son is maybe I don't know. I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget I said
But
that.
Stax was in Memphis. No,
There
I
you
mean
go.
it's Stax Records. Stax
Stacks.
and
That's it.
yeah,
Stacks.
Stax
That's
which was
that's what
Isaac Hayes and BB King and all of those
Shaft.
cats. Yeah. Which
Shaft.
yes, a bad mother, shut your mouth.
Shit.
I didn't realize my dad was a big deal until we did a show. I was with his band for about 5 years.
Uh,
After my mother died, and that's a whole nother story. But I was with his band, and we were playing. I think the governor's inauguration here,
oh,
and he was doing it with Al Green, and we were backstage, and Al Green called me over and said, "Man, let me tell you, me and your dad used to shut Memphis completely down." I'm like, "Huh?" He's like,
dude.
"Yeah, man, me and your dad that." And one time we were opening up for Richard, um, and we were at the sound check, and he's banging, "Hear you knocking, but you can't come in." And he stops everything. He's like, "Jimmy, is that you?" And my dad is very stoic. He's not a "I love you" kind of dude, like
Right,
those
right,
old 80-year-old dads are. You
right.
hug him, he's stiff. He's not gonna hug you. He's like, "Love you too." He don't really
Yeah.
know how to. They don't project that. And he went up to my dad and, "Man, I love Jimmy. Jimmy Church was the better." And Pop's like, "Okay, Richard, stop now." I'm like, Pop's a pretty big deal, man.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him. So I was
Oh my
proud to
god.
be his son.
I love this.
But I was lost being his son,
Yeah.
all at the same time.
Yeah. Wow. So uh, I'm trying to. So, who were some of the artists that really spoke to you as a kid? I mean, you had Sam Cooke and George Jones, and I did some homework here, a little bit of James Taylor. What about their music,
Yeah.
and how did that connect with you?
George Jones was pure. See,
Oh my God!
that's why I say there are only two kinds of music. George Jones could have been a blues singer and could have killed
Mhm.
it.
No doubt, no
You
doubt.
know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, exactly.
He's doing soul music.
Hmm.
That is from his soul. Lord, I am the bartender and I don't like my work. It's just so I would go from that, and then James Taylor was just an awesome songwriter. Actually, this album that I'm releasing next week is a it's a mixture between James Taylor and Motown. It's kind of what it is. That's the vibe I wanted it to be, which is why I call it Urban Americana. But those
That's cool.
those those people just drove me to want to be great at writing, and that's why people don't realize. So I guess people do. But Nashville songwriters came here, musicians and people
Hmm.
that's great vocalists. They didn't come here. Songwriters came here
Right.
to write great songs, and I happened to be in that bucket,
That's
and so
cool.
I got to see that.
Yeah. Where
You
did
know,
you back in the day though? Where did you go and write? You were in Nashville. Where would you go and write? Just somebody's
uh,
living room, somebody's
no,
basement, somebody's.
in my grandmother's in my room in my grandmother's
There
house,
you go.
and I
Okay.
would have people come over, and we'd
Yeah.
have a little keyboard with about eight, and I'd have a and I had a guitar, an acoustic guitar with two strings, and so I'd write a bass line, and then I'd
Yeah.
put a melody on it, and there we go.
You're off. Yeah.
That's kind of where it started, and then I was blessed to a friend of mine that I grew up with, Charles Pope, who is an accountant now. Most of my friends are totally the opposite of me.
Because they want to
Um,
go make money. I'm just saying.
no, you hit the nail on the proverbial head. Yes, no, they didn't want to go make money. They made money.
They made money. Exactly. Exactly.
And they're like, dude, why are you still doing this music? I'm like, dude, first of all, um, your purpose is what makes you happy. And it's what makes you sleep well at night, not your
Hmm.
money.
Hmm. It's
Because I
true.
know people with lots of money that don't sleep as well as I do.
No, money's
I
not
found that
everything.
out there.
Yeah.
Well, money it gives you choices, but it doesn't make you happy and peaceful. You have to be in your purpose
It's how you
to have
handle
that.
it,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
It can become it can yeah. That's a great way to put it. It's how you handle it and
Yeah.
how you because done right, it's a really good tool.
How
Done
do you
wrong, it will consume you.
Yeah. How do you handle stardom? How do you handle
I
being
have no
who
idea. I don't know what that is.
because
So,
you're very humble, you're very cool. I mean,
well, thank
you're
you.
full of energy, but it's like, wow, I mean, there's got to be those moments where I just did this and I can't believe I did it. You pinch yourself, but you also got to keep everything in check. You
Yeah,
also, you got to just I've talked to other artists where, it's just like I had to stop being that person and come back to me. I
yeah,
mean, like shows and stuff like that. And, there comes a time where you just got to separate everything. And because,
yeah,
dude, I mean, you
yeah.
grocery shop, you do everything like the rest of us,
Right.
it's all the same. But
Yeah.
then there's this other side but how do you handle all that? What do you every once in a while, do you have to say, all right, Biz, you need to, talking to yourself, you need to okay, I need to slow down. I need to get my shit together. Here we go.
All the time. Uh, every day. I did it before I
Yeah.
came on here. Like, I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to come on Skip Show. Let me
Yeah.
calm down. Let me
Well,
chill.
it's called Skip
Uh,
Happens. So
man, it does. And it's
it does.
happening right now.
It is.
It's
And
the
see, when Skip happens, it's good. I'm
it's
just saying.
good. No, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I need one of those shirts, man. I started to actually buy a shirt and get it done the other day and wear it. But I'm like, I don't want to get I don't want him to
You
get
know
pissed
what?
at me.
I'm actually, I'll send you a couple of my coffee mugs when we're done tonight, but
Yes, there you go.
I'll make sure you get hooked up with those.
Please do. Please do.
But
But I'll tell you to answer that question, two things.
mhm.
Number one, ego is really, really tricky. And your ego will fool you. You have to keep that bad boy in check. And I was blessed because God humbled me at an early age. The life that I grew up in and the way I was raised, I was humbled. I'm 12 years clean, right? So
Yeah, I was
my
going to ask
son
about that.
always
Go ahead.
tells me, "Dad, you're just 12, so you got a whole." Imagine, you're only
That's
12. You've done a lot in 12 years.
that's
So
awesome.
it's easy for me to stay humble because I've seen that other part, man.
Yeah, I was
I
going to.
know what that's. I know what's waiting on you over there.
So I was going to ask Biz. Now, when you ended up going down that road, why? Just because you wanted to forget
Well,
about other things? I mean, just if you don't mind talking about it a little bit,
not at all.
because you could be an inspiration to others that may be going through something. You've been there. You're 12 years clean, but
Yeah.
why did you go down that road? What happened?
Um, that's a. There are about four answers to that. Number one,
I got lots of time.
number one, I used to love getting high. Let's just be honest. Everybody's like, "Oh, no,
Well,
man." My thing was my drug of choice was cocaine, but my mother gave me a joint when I was 11,
mhm.
and that's where it started. Like I'm sitting on the porch,
Yeah,
and uh,
but a joint is
like I
one thing, cocaine is another.
yeah, but when you're 11, a joint is cocaine. Like when you're 11, that
Okay, all
door
right.
that
All
door
right,
has been
I got
open.
you. I got you. Okay,
You
I
don't know
got you.
what you're doing, man. Your
No,
mother
no, I
gave
get
it
you.
to you, so it must be good. It must be
Okay.
okay. You know, uh, like mom wouldn't give me. She makes me eat turnip greens. That ain't good, but this is pretty good stuff right
Some
here. I
poke
can see it.
salad. Some
Yeah,
poke
yeah, like,
salad.
yeah,
Tony
yeah.
Joe
Make
White.
me,
That's
maybe,
good.
yeah. But so I started. It started there, and it felt I could escape.
Mhm.
I could escape the fact that my parents weren't around me, and I could escape the fact that I thought I was broken, and I could escape the fact that I wasn't good enough, and all of that. And then it got to the point where I just wanted to please everybody around me because I wanted everybody to like me because I didn't know who I was.
Yeah,
So I'm buying out the bar when I'm going there. I never had a problem. Uh, I just say I never had a problem acquiring money.
gotcha.
So I would go
Yeah.
to the bar and buy the bar out, and everybody
Mhm.
loves beers, and I'm in a limo and da 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 da. And
Mhm.
I'm the
Mhm.
loneliest dude in the world.
Mhm.
Um, and then it gets to a point where you don't even think of life without it, and it affects
Yeah.
every part of your life.
Oh, that's my
It
phone.
really does. Oh, I
Just
thought you were just going. I thought you had like
that's the
special effects.
that's the bird in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah, special effects. Oh, that was
I
a
don't
good
know.
one, Biz.
We got a few of those here, but not real
And
birds,
it,
but
it just
birds.
got bad, man.
Yeah.
And so, um, what made me stop? If I can tell this,
No, no, please
um,
do. Please do.
what made me stop? My son, who is 24 now,
Uh-huh.
he was 12 at the time, and we got him this MacBook Pro, and they were really really expensive at that
Yeah,
time.
they
And I'd
still
been
are,
out
but
for
yeah,
yeah,
I know.
I've
I
been
got a
out
couple.
for 3 or 4 days on a binger. And I
Yeah.
was coming home. I was trying to sneak in the house because I was running out of everything. And
Uh-huh.
like, okay, I need to keep using. And I'm like, I'll go pawn his MacBook Pro,
No,
and
dude.
no one will never know. I'll get it back before. It didn't
Yeah,
even make sense.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
sneaking in the house to get it, and my wife comes in, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna take this out, but don't wake him up. I'm gonna bring it back." And she's like, "No, you're not taking his MacBook. You're not doing." Yes, I'll be. And we're going through it, and he comes out of his bedroom. And he goes, "Mom, let him have it."
Dude.
And
Wow.
man, I get emotional right there thinking about
No,
that.
no, no. I
So
mean,
I don't
I'm
even
getting
know if
that.
he said it. I don't know if he said it because he felt sorry for me, or if he said it because he was done with me. But the one thing that I always, always,
Oh,
always said was I was going to always be there for my son and be a father because that's why we were all in the same house. My father wasn't in my house. His
yeah.
father wasn't in his house. So
You were
I
going
was
to do
going to
things that your
break
dad
that.
did
I
not
was
do
going to
for you.
break that generational curse, man.
Yeah,
I'm breaking that
exactly.
curse. And
Exactly.
here I am, and here we are. And now I've let him down. And I'm gonna tell you how bad drugs are. It killed me inside, but you know what I did? I wrapped the cord up. I shut the MacBook Pro. I put it in my backpack and I left. And I was out for another 2 days and I could not get high. I just couldn't. I'm using everything because my drug of
Right.
choice was coke. So I'm snorting up Peru. My nose is bleeding.
Oh my God.
I can't run. I can't escape it.
Mhm.
And so I run out of everything. And then 2 days later, I come home, um, figured out how to get back in the house because by then they had locked me out. And she was changing the locks on the door the next day, and
Oh.
they hadn't done it yet. So I figured out how to get in the house, and I got
Mhm.
in. I called a place here called Cumberland Heights, which is a rehab center.
Mhm.
And I said, "Look, I need to get in there." And they're like, "We don't have any beds." And I'm like, "No, you don't understand. I'm coming. Whether you got beds or not, I'll stand in the corner, but I'm coming." And it's Cumberland Heights is probably 12, 13 miles from where I live, and I
Yeah.
walked. And they let me in. They said, "Dude, you must be serious." So I was going to be in for 1 week. It ended up being 30 days.
Mhm.
And I've been clean ever since. So, and my son and I are like this. He's my best
Oh
buddy.
my
Uh,
God.
yeah. So yeah, man. So and I used to be really ashamed of those stories.
Don't
Um,
be ashamed.
no, man.
Just
I'm proud of those stories because it shows what God does in your life. Like
thank you.
it makes sense.
Thank you.
Now it makes sense because I'm telling you, and somebody might hear it and go,
They're
if
gonna hear
that
it.
dude can get through, I can make it.
Right.
Now the pain makes sense to me. It makes sense. But before I would tell
Do,
you, just walk around with all that in you. I don't want anybody to know because you don't want anybody to be judging me. Man, I could care less about what people think about me. I really could. This is bigger than me. It has nothing to do with me. My story has nothing to do with me. It's to let people know
well,
that God is bigger than that.
I want to say you're wrong. It has a lot to do with you because look at you as a person right now. It's made you such a better person. It's done so much for you and the love that you and your son have for each other and
Yeah,
all that. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
th- no, it is about you,
He's
Biz. It is.
well.
It, I
I
I get what
you
you're
know what I mean?
saying, but I do, and
Because I couldn't quit it, Skip, and all of a sudden it just went away. Like you know this, you in the business, you know this. I
yeah,
can't do a show without somebody handing me something. Like somebody gonna put something in my hand. Somebody, I can. I'm around liquor and drugs all the time, and it never crosses my mind. I don't even think about it. I didn't do that. That's not
right,
me.
right.
That's
I
you know
got
what I
you, man.
mean. I
I got
didn't
you.
because I didn't have the strength to do that. All of
I
a
got you.
sudden, it's just like I have to, and that's what I mean when I say for me that ego is really tricky. I had nothing to do with that. I was blessed to be used to show the power of things that are bigger than me.
Well, I hope somebody, whoever watches this, and I know people are and they're watching it live now, but somebody knows somebody and they haven't watched this and listened to what
Yes,
you said.
yes,
Um, if you save one life, or somebody says, "Yeah,
that's
he's
my
right,"
hope. That's my
yeah,
hope. The
exactly.
whole reason that I go and
Ah,
I do a show here at Rudy's Jazz, and we've sold that
oh
show
yeah,
out probably two
yeah.
years now. And the show is I tell these stories and I play songs. And it's not there hasn't been a show in the last 2.5 years that someone hadn't come up to me and went, I needed to hear that. I'm gonna
Yep.
bring my son back to the show. I needed to hear that. So it makes to me, church is not a building. Church is here. It's here.
Yep.
The spirituality of what
Oh,
we need is
it's an
here.
extension. It's
It's
an
yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
so
I get
we're over there having church. That's what we're doing.
that.
But you can't
All right.
say that because people won't
No.
come.
Wow. It's heavy.
We call it church without the guilt, but
That's
I
heavy
probably
stuff.
shouldn't say that. But
Wow. No, no, no. I get you. Let's change the mood here a little bit because I know this was really a big thing for you. Tell me about the night that your dad asked you to step in as lead singer for his band.
man, so my mother died,
And what was
and
going through your head? Yeah.
he was never around. My mother OD'd, um, and so it's funny, man. She overdosed on crack cocaine, and she smoked so much that her stem cells just snapped. And so I had to make a decision of what to do. And to make a long story, this was 23 years ago or thereabouts, because Brandon was a year old. He had never spoken a word in his life. He's 9, 10 months old, and they had moved her to this place, and we went and looked at her, and she was out. you know, just not nothing, the nose things. I mean,
Oh.
and we're trying to make a decision on what to do. And I can, the doctor's like, well, look, her brain stems are snapped and there's nothing we can do about it. So I don't know what to tell you. You know, we just can, we can, insurance is only going to pay for so much. You can't afford it. You know, so we're like, okay, we're leaving we're leaving this nursing home facility thing. And my son, who's a year old, looks back and first words out of his mouth was, bye bye. And my mother woke up. She opened her eyes, she looked at it, and she smiled. And she closed her eyes and went back down. And by the time we had got home, she had passed. So my father, and my dad wasn't in my life a lot before that. I mean, we were cool, but he didn't spend a lot of time with me. So my father, he called me maybe, at the funeral, I sang at the funeral. I sang this song called Mama from Boys to Men, and he was
Oh, yeah.
there.
Yeah, I
And
know.
maybe 2 months after that, he called me and said, look, man, you ain't got nobody to do it. I'm like, no, I said, everybody's dead, you know, gone, your mom's gone, your grandma's gone. So why don't you come on the road with me and work the lights? You know, give you something to do. You get some money in your pocket. You try to keep an eye on you because you're running rampant.
Yes.
And so
Put a leash
I'm
on
like,
you. Hold on.
yeah. Hold on, like, and at first I was kind of upset. I'm like, oh, so now you want to hold a leash on me, huh? Like now it's okay. Like, man, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Just the pride part. Like I don't need you. But the other part, that like I want my dad in my life. I just want to make you proud. That part took over. So I'm like, sure. So we get in the band. I'll never forget it. We flew into San Jose, and we drove down to Monterey, but we played in Carmel, and we were playing. We ended up playing at Clint Eastwood's house, and
Oh, wow.
and he's like, and the lead singer got sick, and he couldn't do the show, so he's like, man, can you think you can work up some songs and we can kind of off the fly. So he never knew I could sing. He never knew I could entertain at all, and I got up and I went out front and we did Mustang Sally and
Oh, my
we
gosh.
did a couple more, and then because he's got this 10-piece band, 3 horns, 2 female singers,
Yeah.
him, a rhythm section, and it's doing a lot of different stuff that's moving around, and we killed it. And I was with him for 5 years after that.
And that's what started all the touring and all
That's
that.
what started
That
all
just,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, he had been
wow.
touring. He had been doing it for years. I just caught that. At that time, he was the #1 wedding corporate band actually in the world. Seriously. So
Wow.
he was playing for the royal family in Europe. He was doing pretty big things. And so but I'm not used to that stuff, Skip. I don't know what's going on. I'm still using. He doesn't know this,
All right.
right? I'm still, I mean,
Doing your
so
thing there when,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So one day we're going to Sandusky, Florida, and I think we were getting Beyonce's tour bus or something,
Mhm.
and we're like, we're gonna take the bus, and then she's not using. We're gonna take this and take it on down to Florida. And I ran up the street to get me a little something to take
Yep.
on the trip, and
Yep.
I opened the package, and I didn't make the trip, and he fired me on the spot. And so
Take
one of
that
the
as a
most humble.
lesson. Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, one of
Wow.
the most humbling times of my life. I'll make this real quick. One of the most
No, go
humbling
ahead.
times of my life is that I started trying to get clean, and I lived right around the corner from him. Um, at that time, we were trying to get close, and there was a house right around the corner that he knew the guy that owned the house. It was like, man, just you living out, take care of it for you, and da 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 da. And now we're right around the corner. You can come right around the corner, and we catch the bus and go to the gig and catch the planes.
Mhm.
And so I had to walk by his house every day going to my meetings, my NA meetings.
Mhm.
And every day I would see them getting on the bus and everybody's like, hey, Biz. He wouldn't even look at me. I
Wow.
disappointed him. He wouldn't even look at me. That is humbling.
Wow.
Like 1 minute I'm at Clint Eastwood's and we
Right.
going
And the
to,
next minute you're,
I'm walking to a rehab.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Wow.
there've been a lot of those in my life.
And I hope somebody's taking this all in because, dude, wow. I guess one word explains it. Wow.
Yeah.
So,
God is good, man.
God is good. What was it like? Any memorable moments? I mean, being on stage with that James Brown. Ooh, I feel good. Aretha
Uh
Franklin, Little Richard. And all
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I know
Richard
you
was.
mentioned those before,
Yeah,
but still, I
yeah,
mean, you were on stage with all them.
yeah. The
Dude,
out of all of those people, the thing that touched me the most was being on stage with James Brown, man. Man, that dude there was an energy
get on
that
up,
you could
baby.
just forget. It. I don't care. I'm like,
Oh my
oh,
gosh.
really? And
That
it was actually Dorothy Moore, Aretha Franklin, James Brown. That was the tour. And and
and
he
how
would
old
come
were
out.
you? How old were you when you were
I don't even remember, to be
okay.
honest.
Okay.
In my 20s.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, in my 20s. We had
Okay.
gone through there was a guy named did you know Marty Gamlin?
Uh
He's big. He was big in country music, but
yeah,
Marty,
Marty, I do. I do.
yeah, and Marty just passed not too long
Was that
ago.
Gatlin?
Uh, Gamlin,
Gamlin. No, I don't know
yeah,
about that. All right, never mind.
okay. He was a pretty. And Marty got us this. He said, I think you might want to look into this. Uh, I think, so we looked into it, and James, James, he comes out of the thing. He's like, I know your dad, and I know you got it in you, and y'all just God bless, God bless. But I'm thinking I can't really hear him or understand. I'm thinking he's calling us garbage, and I'm looking over to them
Oh,
like,
jeez.
man, he's saying this shit right to my face. He's like, no, he's saying God bless. He really, really knows you're doing a really good job, and your dad would be really proud of you. And then he pulls me into this room, and it's we're in Jackson, Mississippi, man, in like August, and he's got this mink coat on,
Oh
and
my
I'm like,
God.
how are you not sweating? I don't think you're human. And he's like, you're not sweating, and he was so nice and so just outgoing, and just he just made me feel really, really, really good. And then I got to come up on the stage and stand back in the corner and watch him work. And I still take some of that with me in
Yeah.
my because I've got a 10-piece Motown band, the corporate band. It's just like my dad's that I do
Mhm, mhm.
that's totally separate from my music. And so that's kind of why I do that.
Wow,
You can't,
dude.
yeah,
I mean,
the energy.
the energy, the memories you have, and I'm sure there's more to come, but just everything from the past to where you are today and the people you've been
Yeah.
on stage with. And, how can you not just smile and go, damn,
Yes, I do it
Skip
all the
happened?
time. Yeah. Skip's happening.
It
No,
is, and
no,
it
no.
continues to happen.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
your music is, I urge people to go online and, do a search for Bizz Bigsby. And you're going to hear it. I mean, I was blown away by it. It's just,
Thank you, brother.
everything that you do. Can you, we talked about your struggles with addiction, but also you've had some other near death experiences. I mean, I read that you overcame cancer.
Yeah,
Um,
I am a cancer survivor.
God
I
bless you,
am.
man.
Oh man, yeah, I'm
God
so
bless you.
blessed. I caught it early.
Yep.
Um, I caught it early. They took the entire prostate out.
Yep.
Um, it has not come back. That was years and years ago. I think my PSA level now is 0.002. And I
Dude,
have good friends of mine that have had the same exact thing, and it came back and just killed them, and they're gone.
it's pretty common for men. It
Yeah,
is. And
yeah.
nowadays
It has
is,
never come back, and I'm so blessed.
dude, God bless you. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's what I mean when I say this is
So faith.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
faith and hope. I mean, all the ups and downs that you've been through, you wouldn't be able to do that without faith and hope in your
yes,
recovery. And, you know, how it you weaved that into your music. And, that's what I
had to.
hear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had to. It's an
So,
escape for me
tell me about Urban Americana and how did that sound develop?
because there was nowhere else to put the music.
That's right. It was, you just kind of
we
created,
we just made a lane.
you made
It's
your
like
own genre. I mean,
yeah,
no,
we
and
just
I
made a
think
lane.
that's
No,
cool.
seriously, we made a lane. Well, we couldn't. What I
It
do is
just
not really
evolved, right?
Americana. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's you go in this. You go in the lab. You go in the studio. You sit down with somebody, and you. It's like a blank canvas there, and then you don't know what you're doing, and you start messing around with stuff, and in 2 hours you got, or sometime in 20 minutes you've got
Hmm.
this great stuff, and you don't know what to do with it, and then that's the good part. Then you have to take it and package it
Hmm.
and ask somebody where to put it. and what how to sell it, right?
And you got
And
this.
stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm not country, I'm not R&B,
But
because I'm not, but I'm all of that, right?
right,
So
exactly.
what do you? That's what I mean when I say
So
that. How do you like? It's almost like this. How do you describe chocolate cake? How would you describe chocolate cake to me? See what I'm saying? Like it tastes
damn
like
good.
chocolate. Well, what's chocolate taste? Yeah, but what's it taste like?
It's
Like,
good.
but
No,
what
I
does that
know, I
mean?
know,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean? That's how I
No,
feel about
exactly.
music, right? So
And we talk about the different genres and not
yeah,
finding a road to go down with whatever genre. Nowadays, it's not what it was years ago. I'll tell you what I think about this. Not maybe it doesn't matter, but I think it does.
I don't
But
know. It matters because skip happens.
does it? Let me tell you. Uh, but nowadays, what used to be country was country. Pop was pop. Hip hop
Yeah,
was hip hop.
yeah, yeah,
Jazz was jazz.
yeah,
Smooth jazz was just smooth jazz.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Nowadays, I don't know where you draw the lines because
There are no
you've got
lines.
there are no lines. You're right. Because I look at, for example, doing what I do, playing country on a country
Hmm.
station that's kicking ass in Syracuse.
Yes,
I know
because skip happens. That's
it
right.
does. Thank you.
And I'm glad. I'm glad it's happening.
But no, when I look at like where our listeners are coming from, I don't know whether you believe in the ratings or not, but you can see pretty much the crossover. Like it's
Hmm.
like, I got people that love hip hop and pop
Hmm.
and all that, but yet they're
Hmm.
also listening to country.
Hmm.
And country is now listening to hip hop.
Hmm.
I
And
I mean,
now they're cross
there
pollinating.
there right. There are no real lines. And
No.
it's just old school, I guess old school folk saying, "Well, that's not country." But really,
Right. Right.
what is country? What
Well,
is, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. No, and I'm. It's funny because I'm at the age where I understand why they feel that way,
Yeah.
because you don't want to change. Why change? It's not broken.
No.
Why fix it? But
But
you have these creatives that are younger and younger and younger that listen to everything, and they want to cross pollinate. And you can't say. I mean, if it works for them, I can. We can
yeah,
remember when like they didn't want the Beatles hit.
exactly.
It's gonna
Exactly.
all these kids are going
God,
to hell.
exactly.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So I can't. Even though one thing I've learned is that I can't. I do not judge anything. Like it might not be for me, but it's for somebody.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so, um, I like the same thing I said. How can you describe chocolate cake? Well, some people like pecan pie. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that's just what you like.
Is it
So
pecan
I'm
or
kind of
pecan?
uh,
Pecan?
pecan. Well, I'm in Nashville, so it's pecan pie. I
So
mean,
it's pecan. All
I
right.
mean, yeah. It's probably pecan
Tomato,
somewhere
tomato.
else. Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
Exactly. I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
I know
I
where
go off
people
on
are
these
from.
tangents every once in a while, but go ahead.
Man, there's a street here called Lafayette, and I can tell if you're from Nashville or not by how you pronounce that one
La,
street. If you
Lafayette?
if you say Lafayette, you're from here. If you
Lafayette.
say Lafayette, you're not from here.
Well, we have a Lafayette. We have a Lafayette Street, Lafayette Boulevard. We have a Lafayette, New York. That's how we
But
say it. It's
that's
Lafayette.
you right. Here's Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Lafayette, yeah, man. It's not even. I never even knew. I never even heard of Lafayette until I was 20.
There's one street, and I'm sure you know exactly what I'm going to say here. Demembrion?
The Mumrium.
Thank you. I
The
already said
Mumrium.
Demonboro. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Well,
It's
that's
like-
a hard one. Demumbrium.
because when we're
Yeah.
going from the airport to get to downtown, it's like we
And you
get
want to
off.
go to Mumbrium,
And
yeah.
we go to the
Yeah.
Demonboro Street. I don't know. That's it. I can never
No,
get that right. But
that one is hard. That one
yeah,
is hard. But
yeah.
but it's now you got a lot of transplants in Nashville, so it's kind of it's fun just having
There's a
a
lot. Yeah.
conversation in English. It gets really fun. They're not. We call ourselves unicorns because there's not many of us left that were
Yeah.
born and raised here.
Wow. And
Yeah,
it's not many, you're right, that were born and raised there and that are
right.
musicians because a lot of people are coming in from
Yeah.
the outside.
Yes. A lot of LA
You're
is
there.
here. It's a
Yeah.
lot of LA
Yeah.
here,
Mhm.
which is why the name of the album, the song "Here in This Town," that's where
Tell
that
me.
song came from. I was born in North Nashville,
Okay.
which is there's a street called Jefferson Street that goes right down the middle of North Nashville. Now Jefferson Street, most people don't know, but everybody's heard of Beale Street in Memphis,
Mhm.
but nobody's heard of Jefferson Street. Jefferson Street was Beale Street, but it wasn't blues. It was everything.
Oh,
There would
wow.
be nothing that Hendrix played on Bill's on Jefferson. Um, uh, Little Richard, of course,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Fats Domino. All of these
Oh,
people
my.
played on up and down Jefferson Street. They would go and they would bring them in to play on the white side of town, but they couldn't stay on that side of town once they got through playing. They had to come back over here, and they would just that street became the street in music.
Wow.
And it was huge, and everybody. Um, that's really how Night Train and all that started because all this talent was here, and so the interstate came through. They had to put an interstate from Memphis to Knoxville, and that was Interstate 40. So it was 40 West,
Mhm.
and then 40 is coming back. So they will come. It had to come through Nashville, so they decided to take it through my community, and they completely cut off about 20 cross streets. So you can imagine Jefferson's going down here,
Oh,
8th
wow.
Avenue, not 8th to 28 are all cross streets, and it's a neighborhood, and everybody's having, and all of a sudden you cut that off,
Yeah,
and it
it's
it choked out the community. The dentists had to leave, the doctors had to move, the stores had to close,
oh,
and
jeez.
it became the number one 37208. My zip code was uh, was the number one. It got hit the hardest. It got hit the
Wow.
hardest. So that always bothered me. So I wrote this song called "Here in This Town" because
Mhm.
I have a love-hate relationship with my city.
Okay.
To be honest, I love it, but sometimes they just ain't
It's
right.
like anywhere else. No,
It's like
I
any
think
city in the world, man. Yeah,
I
I
I
mean,
think we
you
all can
know,
say that for our
yes,
cities. Yeah,
yes,
but go
yes.
ahead. Tell me about the
We
song.
just we just happen to be songwriters here, right? So everybody feels it, but we've got to say it. We just can't feel it. So we there's a line in the song that says, "You walked into my hood and took what you wanted. Monday is mine, but by Friday you own it,
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm supposed to live there and love you anyway." And that's corporate. That's just that's not contained to North Nashville.
Mhm,
That's happening everywhere.
mhm.
And
It
so
is.
it was just you're getting pushed out. The tall and skinnies are coming, and the corporate and people are coming and buying up entire streets,
Yeah,
and then tearing down all the houses that are 20 houses and putting 80 up, and it's happening everywhere,
it's real
right? So,
life.
but I
Yeah.
wanted that song to have a country like if I'd have made that an R&B song, it wouldn't have hit the way it hits. I wanted the song to be Nashville. Like I wanted the chord progressions to be Nashville. I wanted the vibe to be bluesy country,
Mhm.
and that's exactly what it is. And then, for lack of a better term, there's a soulful voice on top of it, which happens to be mine. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, I feel real weird saying that, but
No, no, that's
I
all good.
wanted to make it like Otis Redding
Uh-huh.
doing this song, and that's kind of
Oh
what
my gosh.
my mind was like. Otis Redding does this country-ish blues song about the neighborhood he grew up in, and that's where it came
That's what
from. And
yeah.
actually, that song was the album was done. We were done. We were about to put it in the case. We were putting a check by it, and about 3 o'clock uh, that Tuesday before the Friday we were finishing the album, I got this epiphany. I'm like, oh gosh, I got these chords and I got to get them out now. I call my co-writer, Guitar Phil. I'm like, man, I can't stop. I got these chords in my head. I can't go to sleep. So we'll just write them down, put them on a thing, and we'll talk about it in the morning. And we wrote Here in This Town, and it
Wow.
became the title track of the album.
That is
So
so
it's
cool. When
yeah.
the album drops when?
We've changed the date so much. It drops
Pretty quick though, right?
it drops next week.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
should know that. I'm sorry. Man,
No.
my people are gonna kill me. Like
Oh, that's all right.
I can feel them choking me now.
What is he
I can
talking
really,
about?
but if you go to Bizz Bigsby, oh, it's probably somebody texting. It dropped so and so, Biz. They're probably texting you to tell me.
I know they're like
Yeah,
texting you right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah. Christy,
tell
I
the
love
guy.
you, Christy. You did right. You're great. Uh, but
Oh my
it's
God.
they're it's dropping this week. But if you really want to know, if you
Mhm.
go on to bizzbigsby.com, we'll tell you all of that. Every link tree is there. So,
That's awesome.
but
That's awesome.
it's next week that we're dropping it. We're doing a show at Rudy's on the 15th. And we're doing the entire album front to back.
How often do you play at Rudy's?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Normally it's the third Wednesday, 6 o'clock, and it's turned into a really good vibe, man. The thing
That's
I
cool.
like about it, honestly, is that it's a room full of people
Yeah.
that are so diverse.
I love that.
It just everybody's from a different place. Everybody doesn't look alike. Everybody doesn't think alike.
Right.
Everybody doesn't vote alike.
Love that.
Everybody doesn't believe in the same things. But at that for those 2 hours, everybody's there saying, no, this can happen because it's happening. And that's the power of music to me.
Just have to keep that in mind and make a trip to Nashville. I'll have to find out,
You have to.
what when you're playing at Rudy's.
Please let me know when you come. I'm taking you to lunch. And
I take you to lunch.
I will have a shirt on that says Skip.
All right. Let me ask you. Yeah, I should have those made up.
Yeah,
I know you do.
It really does.
If you could share the stage with anybody, any artist of today, who would it be and why? I'm talking about today.
Post Malone.
Really? That is so cool. See, Post is from this area. I don't know if you know that or not.
I didn't.
Yeah,
but I love it. I love him.
He's so genuine.
Yes.
He is very down to earth. You look at him, you might get scared. But other than that, I mean, this guy can sing. He can sing practically any here I go, genre, if there is one.
Right, but they make us say it, man. They make us say it.
I know they do. They do. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow. I was wondering what you were going to say. Yeah.
No, Post Malone. He was the first. Everybody was so upset or crazy, whatever, good or bad, about Beyonce changing genres and coming into the country vibe. Post Malone did it first.
I know. And here's one thing I'll say about that.
And nobody said anything.
No, you're right. Posty did it. You're right.
Exactly the same thing.
And people argue with me when I talk about the Beyonce thing. And I'll tell you why. I firmly believe that it was all good. And I believe what Beyonce did was, if anything, it gave a boost to the country genre.
Of course.
Because now you're taking some of Beyonce's people and they're kind of coming over to the countryside a little bit.
Yes.
And countrysides.
It kind of. Yeah.
It was a good thing for the format. It was a good thing for the genre.
Well, it gives people an option.
Yeah.
And so for the people, for the hardliners that don't want to cross it, they can stay. That's fine. But if people want a choice, and I don't think there's any, like, I refuse to take sides on anything. I'm not doing that. Because there's too much gray. There's too much in the middle. So it's all good music. And I wish that we could have if I could do one thing in this world right now, and I could do it, I would have Post Malone and Beyonce co-headline a show.
Damn. You better call me if that happens. Dude.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give you my number.
Yeah, I would, man, because it would just it's the same soup. The bowl is just different. But the soup is the same.
Yes.
Like,
oh my God.
It's like it doesn't make sense that we have to take sides on this. It's it's music. So it's supposed to go all kind of different ways and make. So if I had a choice, though, if I had to sit down and talk to someone, and it's because of he's genuine and he's honest and he did something that most people, he did it seamlessly, Skip. He did it seamlessly. He got this guy
smooth
with tattoos everywhere,
and gold teeth, and everything else.
With a cowboy hat on and cowboy boots, and they're like, "Come on in." Yeah. And that's who. It's not like I don't like stuff that is being done to get money. Like I don't like fake shit.
Right.
But he's real.
He's not fake. He's real.
Wherever he is where he wants to be. He's not doing it for anything other than the fact that that's what he's feeling right there. And that's
And I went to the Post Malone show when they hit the amphitheater here in town. One of the best shows I had ever seen, if not the best. I mean, he was just phenomenal. Just phenomenal.
He's that dude to me, man.
Yeah.
Because
cool.
yeah.
Well, I'll wait for it. Send it to me when you do it, because I want
Yeah,
to
no,
listen to
you'll know. No, trust me, you know.
it.
Look, listen, get in touch with Skip and tell him that we're about to. We're gonna make this happen, man. We're
Oh
gonna
man.
start in New York,
Yeah, who knows? It could this could have sparked
man.
something. But Bizz Bigsby's been with us tonight on Skip Happens. So before I let you go, let's have a little bit of fun. We've been having fun all night, but
Yeah, we have.
so Nashville is full of great food and stories. What's your go-to Nashville spot when you want to unwind and grab a bite?
Oh man, ooh,
Like you
Silver
just say,
Sands,
what is it?
Silver Sands.
Silver
It's a meet
Sands.
and three on 10th Avenue North off of Jefferson.
Okay.
And man,
Silver
man,
Sands.
Silver Sands. We talking about homemade chicken and dumplings.
Yeah,
I mean, homemade. We're
really?
talking about, oh man, we're talking about fried chicken and waffles for breakfast, and oh yeah, we're talking about
Good deal.
hash browns and dude, like grandmama.
So
Like
much
yeah,
for my diet. Holy
well,
shit.
I can't. You said once. I'm not only go once, like every now and then, because I can't.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
want
I
to
know, I get
waddle
it.
up on the stage. But that's my goal. You know, food is like it's one of the senses. It's one of the five. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
I
it
know, I
just
know.
makes me. It makes me
All right.
reminds me of home.
All right, before I let you go, if you could describe your life story in the title of a song, what would it be?
A change gonna come. Sam Cooke.
Wow. I was going to say, I knew I heard that. You're right, Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke. Sam
Yeah.
Cooke wrote that song, and he never got to hear it. They killed him. He died before the song was released.
Have you
Yeah.
been to, was it Studio A, the RCA studio? Have you done that tour thing? You probably don't
No,
do
I
much of
haven't.
that.
I'm
No,
from
I don't
here.
know. That's a
I
tourist
mean,
thing, but it's kind of
yeah,
cool.
man, I should because everybody that's on my album has played there.
Yeah.
Has done some stuff there, and
Well,
we had a publishing deal on the road, and I'm very proud of that because I was one of the few black
mhm.
writers that had a publishing deal on the road, and I was very, 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 very proud of that, and got into the part where I actually saw how it was done and how it was made. So I've gone through it, but I never took the actual
Did
tour. But
you,
I was proud of that.
how about Jimmy Allen? Did you ever do anything with Jimmy Allen or no?
No,
I've had him on the podcast a couple of times. You know, he's been through a lot of tough stuff,
he
but
has. He has. He has. We had a nice conversation at he's a good guy.
we talk all the
And
time, dude. I could call him
yeah,
right now and
yeah.
he'd answer
And
his phone.
he'd answer your phone. I tell people all the time, people are like, yeah, I know so and so. I'm like, yeah, but does he know you? You might have been Jimmy Allen
Right,
knows you.
exactly. But no, he's somebody that he's been on Skip Happens twice,
Yeah,
and
really. Good
he's
guy,
trying.
man.
He's a great guy,
And he's really, really, really talented.
Oh my God, he is just
Yeah.
Skip happened, and not in a good way for him. So
Yeah, but he's
um,
here, and
he's here. Yeah.
I would love. I thought about this after I talked to him because we met. I had my kids at a place, and he had his kid, and it's a place we had a conversation and talked. And I thought about him, like, man, that would be a really good guy to co-write something with.
Oh my God, he's
if
so
I had
talented.
one person I would co-write with right now in this city, would be him.
Yeah, cool. And
Because
I'd love to hear the result too, because
I might reach out, man. Reach out to him for me. Tell him I really want to talk to him.
I will.
Now,
I'll actually do that.
yeah,
I would
and see if you
actually
can put
do
us
that.
together, and we'll tell everybody, man. Skip happened, and that's why. And
we'll give out free T-shirts.
That's why this song. Man,
Wait a minute, I got a Skip Happens hat here somewhere. Too.
Right.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell it is. So,
yeah, but it's no, man. You never know how things work. But yeah, just when we get off the thing, Texas, I ran into this dude named Bizz. He said he's seen you again a couple of times because we played with him.
Okay.
We played the after party of a show that he played. And so and then I got to, we talked and we met and at a totally different thing. But I really would, that's one person I would love to sit down and write with.
Dude, I watch. I mean, I'm just going to text him. Watch this.
Okay. And I'm sure he'll text you back. He'll be like, Bizz, who? Don't know that dude. Which is fine. Which is fine with me. I have no problem. I told you, man, I have no ego. I have no problem. But the point is that he will know me, and I just want to meet him. So we'll on a writing basis, because he won't remember who I am. I promise you.
All right, hang on. I go,
Like,
all
I
right.
don't know that dude.
Who the F is he?
And,
No.
yeah, right. No, that probably. But man, I'm used to that.
It's all good.
I'm used to that. That's a good thing. I tell you, me and my ego, we have a good relationship.
Oh my God. Let's see. Anyways, you know what? This has been great.
Thank you.
I had a lot of fun talking to you, getting to know you.
Thank you.
Your history, everything you've been through, good, bad, man, it's just made you into the person that you are today. And hopefully somebody watches this or somebody gets something out of it with, talking about everything that you've been through. And
yeah,
you're standing tall and you're making it happen. And look at you, you're still writing, you're performing, you're doing all that. You got a song coming out that, it's kicking the ass. Like I say, what the website is, Bizz. I almost said
Bizz
Bill.
Bigsby. Bill Bixby. Right?
Bill Bixby. Yeah.
Yeah. Courtship of Eddie's father. That was no.
That's right. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Remember those days?
Oh my God.
No,
Yeah.
Bizz Bigsby. B-I-Z-Z.
Courtship of Eddie's father.
You remember those? Man,
Let me tell you about my best
friend.
Oh, dude.
Oh man, God.
Oh my God.
Wow. See, I could talk to you for another hour now. You gotta
dude,
to talk.
But it's my bedtime.
Yeah, it's past mine. So I'm staying up for you, brother.
No, I would. I do my podcast. We go as long as whatever. Usually I like to keep it about an hour. I mean, if I cut you off at a half hour, that means you sucked. So I'm just saying.
No, you know what's funny is that I get all these podcasts that comes in. Okay, we got this for you. And normally they'll give me a length of time. Yours put TBD. I went, okay. I know exactly what that means. Like, that means I'll determine how long I talk to you, buddy. Because if this ain't fun, skip's about to happen.
It is.
And it does. So that means we're at an hour. So that means I must have passed the test. But
you did.
I'm so honored, man.
Right back at you. And doing all this, I get to meet a lot of great people like yourself, who I probably would not have met or even known. But now I've been doing the podcast for a few years. Everything I used to have artists would come into my studio. I have a full studio here.
Right.
I own like this room in the house. Nobody comes down here except for my wife. Except for my wife when she wants to go in the other room to do laundry. That's it. Then she's got to have a pass.
Right. I'm just passing through. Right.
See these socks? You want them washed? You let me in. How about this underwear? This has got to be washed. I'm just.
It's your choice.
I think
I'll leave them at the door. You know what to do. Been there, done that, man.
Oh man, you're the best.
I totally get it. But thank you for having me.
And thank you for your time. And stay right there.
Can I say something really quick?
Oh, absolutely.
Really quick.
It's all yours.
Anybody that is going through anything of what I went through, if you've been watching this show and you reach out to me, I have no problem talking to you. None at all. Go to bizzbigsby.com and email me. The link tree is in that is in my website. Find me. I will talk to you. It is okay. It really is okay. They gave up on me years ago, and I'm still here.
Nobody gave up on you. Nobody gave up
man.
on you.
No, dude. There are people that will tell you like, don't deal with him. And now these same people are paying like good money to come see me play.
There you go. Hey, as long as they buy a ticket at the door, we're good.
Yeah, and these same people like, hey man, can I get in? I'm like, do you remember when you walk right back? No, I'm just kidding. But
that was so cool. That's cool of you to do that because
I mean that. I mean that. You are not alone, because you never know what one person, just one person saying it's okay, can change the whole direction of the wind blowing. You just never know.
You never know. Wow.
I'm here for you.
You are the best.
Thank you, brother.
BizzBigsby.com.
Yes.
Why didn't you just call yourself Bill?
Man, hey, man, the Bigsbys would be really mad at me if I didn't put my last name in there.
Quickly, where did Bizz come from?
I used to take care of a lot of business when I was a kid. They used to call me baby
Ah,
business.
okay.
And so I had to, I am 9 years old and I see this group on TV and I'm like, I want to start this group. And so I'm 9 and I start a band in my living room and they're like, this dude is taking he's baby business. And then it goes from baby business to because when you 20, they can't call you baby anything anymore. So then it
Hmm.
just cut down to biz. But I thought it was kind of I didn't used to didn't like it, but I've leaned into it now. My real name is Wendell
Wendell.
Scott Bigsby. So if your name was Wendell, wouldn't you have a nickname too by the time you were 12?
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be Biz, but I would do that. No, I'm just kidding.
At least
No.
I didn't name myself. Like I know
Yeah.
some cats give their own nickname. Like no, dude, no, you gave yourself your own nickname. Oh.
Well, it goes back to, growing up and
Yeah,
whatever was going on. That's how you get your nickname. I totally
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
I totally get it.
yeah.
And you know what? You want it to be different because you want to
But
be
yeah,
unique. So,
yeah,
and
yeah.
now,
I lean
people,
into it.
yeah, they'll remember Biz.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. And for
They
all the
will.
right things, all the right reasons.
There you go. Bizz Bigsby. I wanted to
He
say
did
Bill.
it.
What?
He did it
All right.
twice,
Now,
man.
Bizz
Like you
Bigsby. Dude, big.
I love you,
Stop.
Skip.
Oh,
Skip Clark. I love you. You're a
right
good
back at
dude.
you, my
You're a
friend.
good
Bizz
dude, man.
Bigsby on Skip Happens tonight. It's our
Yes.
podcast. We're going to do this again.
Thank you,
We're
brother.
going to sign off. Everybody, thank you for watching. Subscribe. I don't know. Do you have a YouTube channel? Make sure they
Yes.
subscribe to your YouTube channel. Make sure you also subscribe to Skip Happens so you don't miss another one of these crazy conversations because you never know the direction, the road we go down. It's always different. Every week it's different. So,
Yes.
and it's always a lot of fun. Biz, thank you for joining us. Stay right there. And thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. Have a great
Thanks for
night.